challenge. I'm so excited and grateful that you're here. And if you're watching this at the same time as I'm recording this, or at least in the same time frame, then we're probably all dealing with this Mercury retrograde. And I just want you to know that we're almost done. It's been really getting to me. So I have noticed that the split challenge has been helping me to stay really grounded throughout this time. And so I hope that it's doing that for you too. Um, Bring a strap for today, blocks probably. We're going to do some splits and get nice and stretchy. Make sure that you're hydrating. And yeah, just meet me on your mat. All right, let's start at the top of the mat. We're going to start standing today. Make sure that we're live. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. We're doing splits for 30 days. Okay, so if you are new, just make sure that you put your email in the link in the description below. That way you'll get access to all the videos in order. And I think that's it. Okay, let's just get started. And we're going to start at the front of our mat. I want you to go ahead and just fully arrive here. Let out any wiggles or movements that you need. And then whenever you're done, just find some stillness. Start deep breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Fully arriving, fully surrendering to this moment of peace, of stillness. And whenever you're ready, we're going to take our arms up to the sky. Big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. And let's just step our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. And we're going to bend the knees out to the side, meeting in a yogi squat. Now, this may be the first yogi squat of the day, so you might be like up here, maybe not so low. Just depends. And I want you to, throughout this practice, really make sure that you're honoring your body, listening to what your body needs. And if you rock side to side in this yogi squat, taking a nice big inhale here with a tall spine. And then on the exhale, turn your toes forward, fold. And then on the next breath in, yogi squat. And on the next breath out, fold. And we're going to rock back and forth between these Malasana yogi squats and Uttanasana forward folds just for a couple moments. You're going to feel that your quads are getting warm, your hips and your knees maybe starting to wake up a bit. We'll do 3 more. And maybe you don't go as low, maybe you're right here. And after the last one, plant the hands, walk the feet back into a downward facing dog. And when you get to this dog, just invite some movement or some stillness, maybe pedaling out the feet, rocking your hips side to side. Maybe pressing your chest back as if you're trying to touch it to your thighs. And we'll stay here for 5 breaths. So choose your own adventure, making whatever shapes, movement, or stillness that serve you. Good job. 5th breath, big inhale, big exhale. Let's take the left leg up to the sky. Breathe in. Core plank, knee to nose. Taking it back, 3-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, draw it in. Last one, inhale, big breath. Exhale, knee to nose. And plant that foot between the hands. We're going to rise up into a crescent pose facing the front of your mat. Make sure that both of your hips are square. Sink lower into that front hip and keep the back leg nice and strong. Now take a nice big inhale here. And then on the exhale, we're going to just tap our right knee to the ground. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling, tapping that right knee to the ground. We'll do that 5 times. Inhale. 2 more. Last one. All right, and we're going to turn to the right. We're going to take a wide-legged fold. Maybe it's because I'm wearing sweatpants or because I turned my AC off, but I'm feeling nice and warm. You can take any variation of the hands that you want in this wide-legged fold and just breathe. You can find movement or stillness if you want to move into Skandasana or skater pose on either side. You can rock side to side here, or you can just stay in the wide-legged fold. If you want more work, maybe like not using your hands if you're doing the skater back and forth. My body is calling for more stillness today, so I'm just going to stay in the wide-legged fold. But we've got about 5 more breaths. So if you're doing anything that's on one side, just go ahead and even it out now. We're going to come all the way up to standing. We're going to take our right leg in, face everything towards the front, and we're going to go in for a pyramid pose. So let's go ahead and actually just take our hands and grab opposite elbows behind our back. This is going to help us to lead with our chest. Imagine that there's 2 lasers shooting off your hip bones in the front, and I want you to make sure that your hips are nice and square. Notice that if I'm facing this way, my hips would be shooting lasers this direction as opposed to forward, which is what we're going for, right? So take a nice big inhale here. Imagine that you're leading with your heart, and then slowly exhale and fold, hinging at the hips. Maybe with each exhale, you find yourself going deeper and deeper. And if you're not feeling it in your hamstring, try leading with your heart and poking your tailbone up. Whenever you're ready, come back up to standing. And we're going to bring both of our feet together, reground, recenter, maybe rock your arms side to side. Let's actually go ahead and take our feet hip distance apart. Put your hands on your hips and make some big hip circles here. I like to call this jellyfishing like SpongeBob. Then go ahead and do it the other way, bring it around. Whenever you're ready, we're going to go ahead and shake out the hands, shake out the arms, shake out the legs, and we're going to do it again, other side. So feet together, big inhale here, big exhale. And on the next breath, take the arms out and up. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine, flat back. Exhale, fold. We're going to take the toes out. We're going to meet in that yogi squat again. So toes are wide, knees are wide. And you can stay in a yogi squat if you want stillness, or you can stay in a forward fold whatever feels better for you, because this is your practice today. If you want to find more movement and get a little bit more warm or be more active, then you're going to move with me, drawing the toes forward and meeting in the forward fold, and then coming back as you inhale into the yogi squat. Three, two, one. Okay, meet in a forward fold, plant those hands, step back to a downward facing dog. Staying here for 5 breaths. Inviting movement or inviting stillness, whatever feels good for you. And if you're like, I'm tired of this, Grandpa, well, then you can go ahead and come down onto your knees and take a child's pose, or maybe some cat and cow, or maybe some hip circles, or maybe you rock your hips side to side, left and right. But we got about 2 more breaths in this dog, or whatever shape you want. And then we're going to take the right foot up to the sky. Big inhale here. And then as you exhale, draw the knee to the nose. And we'll do that 3 times. Inhaling, exhaling, knee to nose. Last one. And plant the foot between the hands. Good. We're going to come up to crescent. So take both arms up to the sky. Sink into the right hip. Make sure your hips are square. And then make sure you've got that back glute engaged. Big inhale here. And then on the exhale, we're going to just drop the back knee. Inhale, come up. Exhaling, tap. Inhale, come up. Exhaling, tap. Last one. Or maybe we did 5 times on the other side. Yeah, let's do 2 more. Then we're going to turn to the left. Wide-legged fold. So you can take skater, skandasana, or you can just take a wide-legged fold. Up to you, yogi's choice. Choose your own adventure. If you're taking a wide-legged forward fold, make sure that your toes are parallel with one another or very slightly pigeon-toed. If you want more movement today, then just moving back and forth. And when you're doing the skater, make sure that you've got that long leg active. I'm trying to pull my toes towards my face. Got about 3 more breaths. Whenever you're done, come back up. We're going to take the back foot about halfway through the mat so we can move into a pyramid pose. Notice how my hips are kind of facing this direction. I'm going to put my hands on my hips, draw them so that they're facing forward. Then we're going to grab opposite elbows again. If you did this one way on one side, try grabbing the other elbow on the other side. It feels a little bit weird. Big inhale. Think tall spine, lengthen. Maybe imagine that someone's like lifting up a string on your chest. And then you're leading with that open heart. As you inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, maybe you deepen into the pose. Whenever you're ready, come up slowly. And then we'll bring both of our feet together. Let's shake it out. Bring your feet together. We're going to move through a chair pose all the way till we come sitting on the ground. So maybe you go as slowly as you can. Maybe you keep your hands at heart center. You keep your arms up above you. And bend the knees and shift the weight back. And just come all the way down to seated. Now, if you brought a strap today, that's what we're going to use next. Also, make sure that you're hydrating. Hydration is key in muscle recovery. It actually speeds up the way that your muscles can recover, and it helps you to prevent injury. All right, so we're going to go ahead and lay on our backs. First, we're going to take a happy baby. So grabbing the outer blade edges of the feet, and if this is not comfortable for you, maybe you try using your strap to get a hold of your feet. You rock side to side, drawing your tailbone down into the earth. What we don't want is our whole entire lower back lifted off the ground. Rocking side to side here, left and right. And then let's go ahead and draw the right leg down straight all the way to the ground. And whenever we're doing something like this, I want you to keep this bottom leg active as if you're pressing your heel into the earth. You're keeping this leg nice and strong. Okay, so we're going to hug our left knee in, and I'm going to place my right hand on my right leg just so that I remind myself to keep this leg nice and active. And we're going to stay here for a couple moments. And whenever you're good, we're going to go ahead and grab the strap. We're going to place it around the ball of the foot, and we're going to keep this leg up. Now, something that I'm doing in both of my legs is I'm keeping them nice and strong. That helps me to stretch my hamstring. If they're both noodly, then I'm not really getting the same stretch as if I keep this leg active and then I pull. And only pull at your level of comfort. Okay, it's not important that you touch your knee to your head. It's important that you actually get a stretch in your hamstring. So let's just say your leg is like right here. That's fine. It's okay if you don't have the mobility. Eventually, over time, the leg will get closer and closer if you're keeping the leg nice and strong. And then keeping the right leg grounded helps you to really get the stretch coming from this leg. If this leg is loose and this leg is loose, maybe your leg is all the way over here, but you're not really stretching your hamstring. Right? So it's really much more important to have proper form than to get to cheat and to get yourself closer, because what is the point of this? The point is to actually get your split. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and take that left leg all the way over to the left, however feels good for you. Maybe asking yourself, where can I soften? Whenever you're ready, come back up to center. We're going to trade feet. Remembering to keep the left leg nice and active. Now I'm going to place my left hand on my left thigh just to remind myself to keep this leg nice and strong. Now I'm going to flex both of my feet so that I know. And you can already see that this hamstring is way less flexible than the other one, and that's okay. Just breathe. We're going to take the right foot over to the right. Breathing in through the nose. out through the nose. Good. Come back up to center. We're going to draw our knees into our chest, and we're going to rock forwards and backwards all the way until we meet in all fours. I like to cross my ankles. And then we're going to meet in all fours position. Just rock your hips side to side here. Maybe make like 2 hip circles. And we'll do the other side. And then go the other way. When you're done, let's go ahead and tuck the toes, meet in a down dog. We're going to take our left foot outside of our hands. So take it long, 3-legged dog. And then exhale, take it over to the left shoulder, flex the foot, and plant it outside the hands. Good. We're in this lizard lunge now. We're going to hang out here for a couple breaths. So you can bring your right knee down if you want. You can come out onto the outer blade edge of the left foot and gently press this left knee over to the left more if you want to. Or you can kind of just stay where you are. Or you can come down onto your forearms or onto a block and get a little bit more cozy and juicy in the stretch. So up to you. Like I said, choose your own adventure. Yogi's choice. This is your practice, and every day is going to be different. So I trust you to just show up and do what feels good for your body. And while you're in this pose, maybe thinking about integrity, like what we were talking about when we were laying on our back. Integrity is more important when it comes to progress. Progress is what builds perfection, right? We got to put in the time and do the reps, but if we do the reps poorly, we're not going to get there. So how can we be integrous? Integrous. I think that's the word. Yeah. Integrous in our practices, in our movement, in our bodies, in our breath. One more breath here. And then we're going to do 2 minutes in a frog pose. As we draw our hands over to the right. And we're going to bring our left knee down, flex the right foot, and come to make a 90-degree angle with your ankle and your knee, and get nice and set up before you come down onto your forearms or blocks. And you can stay here if this feels good for you. We're going to sit in it for 2 minutes, or if you'd rather, you can go straight into your wide-legged split. If you have your wide-legged split, go for an oversplit, because we'll do 2 of these, and if you're doing oversplits, you'll get a chance to do both sides. Now, going back to integrity, Can you be integrous in your pose, in your practice, in your breath, in your mind while you sit in this pose? Are you keeping your legs active, like you're pressing your feet into the mat, pushing the mat away? Are you holding tension in the jaw? Or are you allowing yourself to soften in the face? We have 10 more seconds. Whenever you're ready, just gently come out. We're going to take our feet wide, knees up to the sky. We're going to rock the hips side to side a bit, left and right. And then we'll take the knees to the center. We'll take a couple moments in between sides. You can lay down on your back or you can sit up. And just breathe. All right. Let's fight some movement back. Just rocking them side to side. And then we're going to do the other one, the last one. If you're doing your over splits, do the other side. If you are like nowhere near your splits and that frog was hard and you want to do frog again, then that's okay. You can do that again. I'm going to go into the straddle. And if you're really, really locked in with me, 20 days into the split challenge, you're probably ready for the straddle if you haven't started it. So give it a try. If it sucks, if you hate it, good. So do I. Okay. If it's uncomfortable, good. Sit through the discomfort. If it's painful, take a step back, get back into frog, or pause the video, take a break, and come back to it. But I highly recommend definitely doing the whole 2 minutes. And if you need to dial back and go back into frog pose, then please do that if that feels good for you. Remember, this is yo shit, and it's up to you to honor your body. All right, so last one, best one. And I'm going to get my blocks ready. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. And sometimes I just take a couple moments to really get settled. Make sure that I'm making the right shape. And once you get into the pose, make sure that you're breathing. Slow, deep inhales. Full, long exhales. And going back to integrity. Can you give it your all for just 2 minutes? Can you find stillness in your mind while you're sitting in discomfort? Unclench your jaw, relax your neck. We have 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, release. Coming out slowly. I always like to grab underneath my knee and slowly draw my legs together. Let's lay on our backs with our feet mat distance apart, knees up to the sky and together. Just getting there as slowly as you need to move. Taking a nice big inhale through the nose. And sigh it out the mouth. Again, big inhale. Let out a sigh. We're going to take a couple moments in a really quick Shavasana today. Now don't leave if you're here with me, okay? I want you to really give yourself permission to relax, recenter, and reset. Maybe spending a little bit of time imagining your pelvis actually touching the ground. Maybe reflecting on how much less flexible you were 20 days ago. Big inhale. Big exhale. Whenever you're ready, you can roll onto your right side first or just come up and meet me in a comfortable cross-legged seat, bringing your hands to heart center, leaving some space for gratitude here. So thankful for our bodies and our abilities to show up together and practice today. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with you and allowing me to guide you on your splits journey. I'm so freaking proud of you. I hope that you're proud of yourself. Light within me, honors, loves, and respects. Light within you. Namaste. And make sure that you're being gentle and kind to yourself. That self-talk is important, okay? Look yourself in the mirror today and say something nice to yourself. I dare you. Make sure you're hydrating. Drink lots and lots and lots and lots of water. It's going to be really, really awesome for your muscle recovery and for helping you to get more flexible as you continue this journey. And make sure you get plenty of rest too. All right. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'll see you tomorrow for day 21. Woo! And that's it. Bye for now.